With a major shift in our politics underway in this country, 1A is drilling down on what's at stake for you and our democracy. In our weekly series, If You Can Keep It, we put these changes into focus and answer your questions about the impact of the Trump administration on the U.S. Join us every Monday for If You Can Keep It on the 1A podcast from NPR and WAMU.
Hello and welcome to Car Talk from National Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week from the Center for Applied Socio-Mathematics here at Car Talk Plaza. Now, this was sent to us by Creighton Trahan from, I guess, University of Kentucky, and I don't know if he's the author, but...
No one knows who the authors are of anything anymore. You just pass it on, to put it on your mailing list, and it's gone.
But here it is. Go ahead.
Here it is.
Go ahead.
It's about the teaching of mathematics.
Yes.
And how it has changed over the past few decades.
Yes.
And it gives examples of questions that people had to answer. Teaching math in the 50s. Here's a question. A logger sells a truckload of lumber for $100. His cost of production is 4/5 of the price. What is his profit?
1/5.
You probably did. You probably did problems like that. Teaching math in the 60s. A logger sells a truckload of lumber for $100. His cost of production is 4/5 of the price, or $80. What is his profit? Teaching math in the 70s. A logger exchanges a set L of lumber for a set M of money. The cardinality of set M is 100. Each element is worth $1. Make 100 dots representing the elements of the set M. The set C, the cost of production, contains 20 fewer points than the set M. Represent the set C as a subset of set M and answer the following question. What is the cardinality of the set P for profit? Did you do those problems too?
Oh, yes.
Teaching math in the 80s. A logger sells a truckload of lumber for $100. His cost of production is $80 and his profit is $20. Your assignment. Underline the number 20. Teaching math in the 90s.
I can't wait.
By cutting down beautiful forest trees, a logger makes $20. What do you think of this way of making a living? Topic for class discussion. How did the forest birds and squirrels feel as the logger cut down the trees?
Worth 20 points.
Worth 20 points. Isn't that interesting?
Well, obviously, you're not a mathematician. Otherwise, you'd appreciate set P. Well, if you want us to appreciate your problem or your question or whatever it is,
or your cardinality.
Or your cardinality.
Or your carnality.
Or your cardinality. Call us at 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
My name's Paris. I'm calling from Haverhill, Mass.
Paris?
Yeah.
Gee, I once knew a guy. Is that a common name? No.
There's a few of us running around.
There are.
Well, it's a name from Greek mythology.
That's what I was named after, actually.
So what's up, Paris?
Did you ever forgive your parents for giving you this name?
Once I turned about 20, I was actually able to grow into the name. And
oh, I think it's a good name.
It's a good name if you're 6'4", 235.
What's that?
Are you 6'4", 235?
About 6'1", 215, actually.
That's good. Good name
Close
for you.
enough. It's close enough.
Yeah, you could have any name. They could have called you Mary Ellen. It would have been all right at that size.
Man.
So anyway, where are you from again?
I'm calling you from the bucolic environs of the Northern Essex Community College campus out here in Haverhill.
Haverhill.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
really nice out. I didn't realize how nice it was until I started going to school here this year. But
Oh, it's great.
So what's up?
I got this question. I'm a college student. I'm on a budget.
Yeah.
I'm looking at an 88 Nissan Pulsar NX. It's got some cosmetic damage up front, but they're asking $500 for it. They say it runs good,
Yeah.
I went to go see it, and they said, oh, you can't drive it because we don't have a license plate on it. You can just, turn it on and drive around the parking lot. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to buy something, even if it's $500, if I can't take it out and open it up.
Right.
My question to you guys is, what sort of basic tests can I do, like pulling a plug or whatever, to determine the roadworthiness of this thing besides taking it out and really opening it up,
It's a stick shift?
I believe it is, a 5-speed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my sister had a car. Someone actually gave her a Fiat 128.
Huh.
So we went with her to get it. And it's in the guy's garage, and it has no plates on it, obviously, because the guy had it there for 6 or 8 months.
But it was beautiful because it was what?
Dark. So she says, what the hell? How much can I lose? So this is even a better deal than you. It was for nothing.
Wow.
She got it for nothing. So we get in the car, and she says, oh, it's a stick shift. She doesn't know how to drive a stick shift. We told her she would learn on the way home. So she drives the car home in the dark.
With no plates.
No plates.
And no experience.
And she can't drive a stick shift, so she's driving, we should say, erratically.
Oh, man.
And unfortunately, she gets stopped by the Lexington, Massachusetts police.
At which point, we
book.
jump out of the car and run away.
We book. We figure, why should all three of us get in trouble?
No.
Sure.
After all, we had radio careers to consider. We couldn't be caught with this felon. So we run away. We hide in the bushes while they read of the riot act,
Yeah.
tow the car away, and take her away in handcuffs. And while she's doing her best Ralph Cramden.
So, I mean, it does make it a lot more difficult if you can't drive it, but there are things you can do, but it's going to be hard. I mean, for example, will it go on the highway? Well, not being able to take it on the highway, you're going to have to do a compression test.
But you can certainly test the clutch. By, you know how to do that test? You put it in fifth gear, set the handbrake. You'll at the same time discover if the handbrake works, and try to drive the thing away. Put the gas pedal like halfway to the floor, and let the clutch out. If the clutch is good, the car should stall.
Really?
If it isn't, and you can continue to run the engine with the thing in fifth gear and the clutch all the way out, then the clutch is no good. Right away, that you cross it off the list and go look at the next car.
Right.
If the clutch is okay, I mean, you can determine if all the cylinders are firing evenly in this car by, with the engine running, pulling one spark plug wire at a time.
Right.
And if you had something like a tachometer, you could actually hook it up to find out how much the RPM drop was, but you could hear it.
You can hear it. And it won't tell you that you have good compression. It'll just tell you that you got the same compression in all 4 cylinders, which might be good enough.
Yeah.
And also you can look to see if there's a lot of smoke, blue smoke coming out the tailpipe when it's first started.
Right.
You can take the radiator cap off and see if there's anything living in there.
Yeah, and you really ought to jack up the front and see how bad the front end is. Shake the wheels back and forth and see if the tie rod ends move a lot.
Spin the wheels and listen for any wheel bearing sounds.
Right.
So there's a lot you can do.
Yeah.
And you can do it in the parking lot.
In the dark.
Really?
In the dark, right.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of coveting this car. It looks like it's really in good shape.
Yeah.
know,
and it's only $500.
Exactly, you know?
But it could, if all these things that you test fail, it could cost $2,000 to fix them.
Oh, if any one of them fails, you'd go
You're
on to
done
the next
for.
car.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
And if you need to drive it at night, call us. We'll accompany you. See you, Paris.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Catherine from Seattle.
Hi, Catherine with the C.
Well, no, I'm not so sure. Seattle is funny there. It's on the line. Maybe it's with a CH. What is it?
With a K.
See, I told you.
Yeah, well, you told me, sure.
RYN. Hey, I'm calling about a safety issue with my tires.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I've got a 94 Ford Explorer, and I've got the tires that came with it. They're Firestone radials. They started out as 4 black walls, and I have 3 white walls now that have slowly evolved from
No kidding.
user error.
Excellent.
Really? So you just went out one morning and poof, there was one white wall.
No, they've evolved over years of hitting curbs as I try to park.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Oh, these started out as white walls, and they painted over the white wall.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So you've scraped off the black.
I have scraped off the black to the point where I cannot even read the writing on the side.
Oh, you've really scraped the stuff off.
Yeah, I've pretty much scraped it off. Is it safe to drive on? Does it weaken the steel sidewall?
It's unlikely.
Well, it depends how much you've scraped them. I mean, it doesn't. It's not good to scrape the rubber off the
Yes, I know.
sides.
My husband tells me that every day.
No, the sides are a critical part of the tire.
I mean, do you typically run into curbstones and stuff?
It's usually when I'm parking.
Oh, you know what you need? Curb feelers.
Those little wires that stick out?
Yeah, the little wire things.
They really work?
Oh, yeah. Because that thing will hit the curb before the tire does, and you'll hear a little scraping. You'll say, "Well, what was that?" And then you hit the tire with the curb.
Well, the problem is I hear the tires as I'm scraping them already, so I'm not sure that will help.
Yeah, but I mean, the tires are old enough that you probably need new ones anyway.
Okay.
And it's possible that if the blackness has come off because you've scraped it off, you may have done damage to the sidewall.
Okay.
And I hate to recommend that you take it to a tire retailer.
Oh, gee.
And go to a couple of them. That would be the safest thing to do.
I wouldn't go to a tire dealer. I would go to your mechanic.
Okay.
Because
who doesn't sell?
Hopefully he doesn't sell tires.
Right.
And even if he does, they're a smaller part of his business than a tire dealer, so he's got less reason to lie to you.
Oh, Chris.
Right, but when you go to a tire dealer, they sell what? Nothing but tires.
That's it.
You go in and you ask, do I need tires?
And
what do you expect them to say?
Do you need tires? Are you kidding me? If you got a car, you need tires.
Of course, my mechanic works for a car dealer.
Oh, well, their income from tires is a small percent of their total income. He's more likely to give you a true answer. Let him look at the sidewall, and he's going to look to see if it's cracked or if it's damaged in some way. Mm-hmm. And tires and sidewalls do get damaged, and it's very dangerous when they do. So have someone look at it.
And be more careful.
I will.
All right,
Thank
Catherine.
you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, look, it's time to take a short break.
Right, and when we come back, we will have the answer to last week's preseason puzzler.
We have to give answers to the preseason puzzle? I thought they didn't count.
Come on, you got 60
count in the
seconds.
standings.
You got 60 seconds to figure out an answer.
This message comes from Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. With Wise, you can send, spend, or receive money across borders, all at a fair exchange rate. No markups or hidden fees. Join millions of customers and visit wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Hey everybody, it's Ian from How to Do Everything. On our show, we attempt to answer your how-to questions. We don't know how to do anything, so we call experts. Last season, both Tom Hanks and Martha Stewart stopped by to help. Our next season is launching in just a few months, so get us your questions now by emailing howto@npr.org or calling 1-800-424-2935.
This week on Consider This, tariffs are starting to fuel inflation. We track how higher costs are winding their way through the supply chain and where you could see them. And air traffic controllers say a Trump administration push to modernize their equipment won't fix deeper problems. Hear why on Consider This. Listen on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.
There is so much happening in politics in any given week. You might need help putting it all in perspective. As your week draws to a close, join the NPR Politics podcast team for our weekly roundup. Here, our best political reporters zoom into the biggest stories of the week. Not just what they mean, but what they mean for you, all in under 30 minutes. Listen to the weekly roundup every Friday on the NPR Politics podcast.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the answer to the first preseason puzzler.
I can hardly. This is an exciting
actually,
moment.
this shouldn't be this should be a regular season puzzler. I mean, this is just counting the standings, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but the reason that you called it a preseason puzzler is because it was lousy.
Well, it isn't lousy.
And it won't get counted. It will not get counted if it's preseason. It will not count in your batting average.
I want it to count.
It will not count in your batting average.
How am I going to negotiate for a bigger contract next year? Actually, I will preface the answer.
Oh, you probably think that it's better than you thought it was last week.
No, I knew it was a great puzzler.
Oh.
I know it was a lot of people sent in information relating to this puzzler, but the most authoritative piece of correspondence came from Colonel Larry Hildebrand, USAF retired.
Oh.
And I will just,
this happened
restate.
to have been an aeronautic puzzler.
So I'm going to restate the question.
And then everyone will appreciate who this guy is.
Exactly. It was a dark and stormy night. The location is a secret airfield somewhere in England during WWW2.
The big one.
The RAF had summoned one of England's most noted mathematicians to help them solve a problem. I think I mentioned he will remain nameless because...
You didn't know his name.
Anyway, they were having a problem, as I'm sure most people were aware, because they were attempting to bomb Germany, and the German anti-aircraft fire based on the ground was, inflicting heavy losses on the Brits.
Yeah.
And their planes were being shot down right and left, and the RAF realized they had to do something to diminish their losses. Now, clearly, they could put armor plating on the bottoms of the fuselages and the wings, but there were several problems that came along with this. One, they would have to become ground-based planes because they wouldn't be able to fly. The ones that could would have their range considerably reduced. And, of course, their ability to carry cargo and bombs and fuel and everything would be diminished because of this additional weight.
Yeah. So they had to be very selective. If they were going to put any armor
at all,
they had to be
selective.
very, very selective.
So anyway, this nameless mathematician crawls underneath the planes and looks at where the bullet holes are underneath them. Now, there are bullet holes all over the place, as you might expect, in the wings and the fuselage, and seemingly distributed randomly on the undersides of these planes. He studies hundreds of planes, takes pictures, draws things and whatever, and then he makes his recommendation. The question, very simply, is, what armor plating, if any, does he recommend putting on these planes, and why?
Wow.
Now, Berman just leapt on this right away, and he said, the propeller. That was one of your guesses, too, if I remember.
An armor-plated propeller.
Because if the propeller gets shot off, you're a goner.
You're a goner. Better it should weigh 6 tons. And not be able to turn.
Right.
At least
Then
that
get
way
shot off.
you can be assured that you won't crash. Why?
Because you won't
take
fly.
off.
Well, what he noticed was that the planes that returned, the surviving planes, indeed had bullet holes all over the place. But he figured that the ones that didn't return had bullet holes where these planes didn't have bullet holes.
Exactly.
Right?
This is brilliant. I love this.
So what his recommendation very simply was, armor plate the unhit areas that the returning or surviving planes had in common. When he surveyed the undersides of these, he noticed there were a few spots that all of them had in common that had no bullet holes. And he had to assume that the ones that hadn't returned
had bullet
holes, and that's why
they didn't return.
They're in the English Channel.
Well, did they ever return? No,
they never returned, and their fate is still unlearned. Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner for this preseason puzzler?
Well, did you want to say anything more about the USAF retired general there?
Well, no. Larry Hildebrand, in fact, was one of the ones that sent us this very same puzzler.
Oh, and did he know the answer?
Yes, he did.
Good for you, Captain,
yes, he did.
Major.
Colonel.
Yes, we have a winner, and it's not him. Why shouldn't it be him?
He won, too. We'll send him a flight jacket.
The winner that we chose through our random method is John Robertson from Chillicothe. Chillicothe? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, I would say.
Chillicothe, Ohio. And for having his answer selected from among thousands of correct answers that we received, John Robertson will get his choice of T-shirts. We have the adult Car Talk T-shirt, which we've talked about at length. Small, medium, and large, to be specific. And now we have the brand new Kids Car Talk T-shirt. It's purple and yellow. It's available in little kid sizes, and it says Car Talk Kid on the front, and on the back it says, help, my parents make me listen to Car Talk. So it's your choice, John Robertson from Chillicothe, Ohio. You can have any one of these that you want. Just let us know.
Anyway, we'll have another puzzler coming up later in the show, and brand new.
Preseason? This is the real season.
No, this is still preseason.
Still preseason.
The season doesn't start until November. If you want to call us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Karen Beaver calling from Yuma Pine, Oregon.
Hi, Karen.
I have a problem.
Yuma Pine, Oregon.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
That's the smallest of my problems. My major problem is I have a 1978 Ford F-250 pickup truck.
Whoa.
It's a camper special, and it's a automatic transmission with the extended cab and all that good stuff. But the problem I'm having with this is that it seems really gutless. And I'm trying to pull a horse trailer that's 17 feet long. It's like a 3-horse trailer. And when I get 3 horses in there, I can barely make it up a hill. I'm getting passed by semis and old grannies and motorhomes and everything. It's really embarrassing.
Well, what do you expect with a 3-horse engine?
Well, I don't know. I should think that a 3/4 ton pickup would be powerful enough to pull a horse trailer. And it's got a huge engine in it. It's got like a 460. It's as bigger than my washing machine, I think.
There's no question that it should have enough power to pull 3 lousy horses. What does a horse weigh? 1,000 pounds? 1,200 pounds?
Well,
1,200.
my horse weighs more than that, but he's an unusual one. But normally they only weigh around there.
What, he's as fat as a horse?
Yeah. So, I mean, they're a mother-in-law. No,
Horse mothers-in-law.
Don't go there. It should pull it.
Do you feel that the engine speeds up but the truck doesn't? Can you hear that happening, that you step on the gas to make it go?
No, not really.
How long you had this truck?
3 years.
Ah. Who had it before that?
I bought it from a fellow in Portland, Oregon, and he had done a bunch of work on it. He had the transmission overhauled and put in a new carburetor.
How many miles on it?
When I first bought this truck, the fellow told me that it had the engine rebuilt at 140,000, and now it's getting ready to turn over again, so I'm not sure exactly how many miles are on it.
Well, if you're lucky, it's something as simple as incorrect timing. If you're lucky.
Timing?
Yeah, the ignition timing is off. If the timing is correct, there are other reasons why it might have low power. You could have a restricted exhaust system. There could be the dead animals in the exhaust system that are preventing the exhaust from escaping. That would diminish the power considerably.
Well, wouldn't that stink?
Not if they've been dead a long time.
Oh.
And plus, the stink is behind you. You don't smell it. The horses are killing the horses.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
And the worst thing is you could need an engine rebuilt.
Yeah, I mean, because you may have 400,000 on this thing, and you might have no compression at this point.
And you haven't brought it anywhere to have someone look at it?
Well, I do finally now have a mechanic that I think is really reputable and everything. So I've had him hook up my trailer brakes and wiring and stuff, but I haven't had him do any engine work.
When this guy drives it, whoever this guy is that hooked up the lights, he'll know in 1 minute what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I just thought maybe I have a truck that's too big for my brain or something like me.
No. This thing should fly. When you step on that gas pedal,
like my neck should snap.
your neck should snap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
No. So there's something wrong. And if you're lucky, it's just the timing, or maybe the timing chain is jumped, or some such thing, or maybe you have a restricted exhaust. Suggest all these things to him if he can't figure it out. But give him a chance to drive it, and he'll say, I know what it is.
Good.
There you go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Right. Bye-bye.
Look, it's time to take another short break.
Huh? Time to prepare the new puzzler, you mean? To do a little fine-tuning on it? To do a little verbal polishing, perhaps?
You're just raising expectations, so I look even dumber than usual, aren't you?
Yes, and not an easy task, I might add. The new puzzler is coming up, so please stay tuned.
How does a teenage boy process the painful lessons his father has tried to teach him?
The very people I looked to protect me started to harm the community I hold most dear.
The Sunday Story brings you a conversation about growing up while Black, from a father who lived it and a son just beginning to understand. Listen now to The Sunday Story on the Up First podcast from NPR.
Do you ever look at political headlines and go, huh? Well, that's exactly why the NPR Politics podcast exists. We're experts, not just on politics, but in making politics make sense. Every episode, we decode everything that happened in Washington and help you figure out what it all means. Give politics a chance with the NPR Politics podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
This summer, ditch land. With Shortwave's Sea Camp. Because when's the last time you had an ocean getaway? Every Monday, we bring you insights from a different ocean zone, starting with the sunlit surface until we hit the deep sea floor, where there's marine snow, weird critters, carbon sinks, and so much more. But first, you gotta take the plunge. Follow NPR's Shortwave, wherever you get your podcasts.
You have your job, but you also have a life. And you're not just one thing. Neither is the Here and Now Anytime podcast. Every weekday, we break down the biggest story of the day and something else, like a new trend everyone's talking about. It's Here and Now Anytime, a daily podcast from NPR and WBUR.
Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and the new puzzler.
I can hardly wait.
This is lengthy and complex and obfuscated and full of useless information.
Yeah.
But so pay attention.
Pretty perfect.
Okay, I'm going to set the scene.
Was it a darkened store? No.
No, here it is. Our producer, Dougie Berman, is walking home from work late one afternoon, about 2:15. And as he approaches his house, he notices that there's a car parked in front of his house whose engine is running. And in the driver's seat is a man. And while this car is sitting there, he notices someone coming from the direction of his house carrying what looks like a huge pile of rags. He opens the back door, throws the rags in the back seat. He jumps in the car. The driver puts the thing in gear, and they speed away.
Speed away?
Speed away. They take off. He goes into the
Probably
house.
the Board of Health coming to get his laundry.
He plays with the dogs. You know, he opens his mail. He takes a nap, et cetera, et cetera. Several days later, he notices that all of his clothes have been stolen.
Took him a few days to notice.
So he calls the police to make a report. And they come down, you know, the inspector comes down and says, well, what happened? He explains everything. And he's standing there in his underwear because what? All his clothes have been stolen. He can't, it's been weeks now.
Yeah.
And they asked him if he noticed anything about the guys. He said, no, they were average height, average build, average weight. You know, I don't know. He said, what about the car? Did you notice anything about that? He said, well, I happen to be a student of the automotive field, and I did notice that it was an 89 Corolla, midnight blue. I noticed, of course, that the engine was running. I noticed it had Massachusetts license plates, and there was a dent in the trunk. And they said, we'll get back to you.
Wow.
Weeks go by.
During which time he stays home from work because he's
got no clothes.
That was that 2-week hiatus?
Yes. He spent 2 weeks in hiatus. Weeks go by. The police call him up and they say, we have the car and 2 suspects, and we just need you to come down and do something.
And identify your underwear.
So they have no underwear. They have the car and the 2 suspects. And he comes down to the police station, and he looks at the 2 guys, but he doesn't recognize them because he's not that attentive to details. He goes out into the parking lot, and sure enough, there's the car. There's an 89 blue Corolla.
Midnight blue.
Midnight blue. Mass plates.
Dent in the trunk.
Dent in the trunk.
And the engine's running.
Is it running? And he says, these must be the guys. I'm going to get my clothes back. And he remembers that there was one thing he forgot to tell the police about the car. He walks over very quickly and looks inside the car for 1 second and walks away and says,
that's not the car.
That's not the car. These aren't the guys. What did he look at? Just 1 second. Just quick look inside and walked away, and he said, can't go to work for another 2 weeks. I won't have any clothes.
Okay. I know the answer.
You do. You may know it. Now, if you think you know the answer, write it on the back of a $20 bill and send it to Puzzler Tower, Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge.
Our fair city.
Matt 02238. Or you can do an electronic funds transfer and email your answer on a $20 bill to us from the Car Talk section of cars.com.
Wow.
If you'd like to converse with us at this very moment, our number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Seattle. We're here for you.
No, this is Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte. Where are you from, Charlotte?
No, I'm in Charlotte.
Oh,
My
you're
name
in
is
Charlotte.
Janet.
Your name is?
Janet.
Janet from Charlotte.
Right.
All right. What's up?
What's up?
We are in the process of purchasing a car for our 16-year-old daughter. And we have decided on a BMW Z3 Roadster 2.3.
No.
Yes.
No.
The problem is we cannot decide whether to get standard transmission or automatic transmission. I vote for standard because I think it's important that she learns how to drive standard, and since it is a little car, I think it would be more fun. And when you drive a standard car, you obviously can't talk on the phone, so I think it's much safer. She, on the other hand, thinks that automatic is the way to go because it's mostly stop-and-go traffic. Hopefully she won't be zipping around to the mountains or the beach, and it would be easier for her to drive. We talked to our mechanics, and we got two different responses. One was absolutely go standard transmission. It is a steel bullet. Nothing can happen to it. And on the other hand, we also got from the other mechanic at the same place that by all means get her automatic because she will go through several clutches learning how to drive standard. So I thought I'd come to the professionals.
Well, first of all, let me ask you, does your daughter know hypnosis?
How did she talk you into getting her a Z3? I have a son.
I mean, did she say something like, you are getting sleepy? Do you remember those words along the way anywhere?
Right.
Well, it's a very good car, and it's a very safe car, and it has all of the standard safety features. It's got, airbags and side airbags. And
You're nuts, Janet. With all due respect.
Yeah.
It is not a very safe car. Are you getting the 4 or the 6-cylinder car, by the way?
The 6-cylinder.
You can only get a 6.
Are you buying a brand new one?
Yes.
6-cylinder.
The 2.3. They're new for $99.
Okay. I have to come out and say this publicly. I am violently opposed to that car.
Why?
It's too fast.
Because when they made it with 4 cylinders, it was a respectable car. They saw it necessary to go from 4 cylinders to an outrageously powerful 6-cylinder engine.
But they put a little computer chip in.
Computer my foot.
They make two 6-cylinder engines.
Yes. One of them is completely outrageous, and the other one is also outrageous. So I have to say that I'm violently opposed to anyone buying that car, and especially for a 16-year-old kid.
But just because you're 16, or just because you have a car that has the ability to go fast, doesn't necessarily mean that you will drive fast.
I'll tell you.
Contraire.
I am not. I consider myself a reasonably safe driver, and I am not a knucklehead behind the wheel, unless I'm driving one of these. And I recently drove the M.
Yes, but see that's much.
Well, I'm just saying. I drove the other one too, and the regular Z3, and in both instances, I drove it like a nut.
Yeah.
Because the car asks you to. There's in the owner's manual, it gives you instructions for driving on the sidewalk and other such things. Giving a 16-year-old a car that's this fast and handles this well invites a 16-year-old to take chances with it.
Yeah, and it's not true that just because it's fast means that you don't have to drive it that way, because as my brother so correctly says, that's not true. You could when she was alive, and maybe even now, you could have put Mother Teresa in this car, and she would get herself killed because she would drive like a maniac. And it's not true. When a car goes that fast, it happens to you. You can't help it. I found myself speeding today as I was driving here to the station.
You all up to 40 miles an hour.
I was flying. I'm flying, man. And you cannot help it because you just touch that pedal, and the car is gonzo. And I think it should be illegal, and it certainly is unethical and immoral to make such a car. In my humble opinion.
I'm
not going to buy a BMW for 1 year. No BMW.
Now, Janet, now that you've already told your daughter you were buying her a Z3, you're going to have a hell of a time talking her into a Volvo. Whatever made you do anything so bonehead?
Yeah, I'm sorry to come down so hard, Janet, but
you still haven't answered. Let's say I was going to buy a Volvo then, since you were so opposed to the Z3.
I would get a new driver, an automatic transmission car. She's going to have enough to think about without shifting.
Is it true that you'll strip the clutch?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, she'll wear out the clutch, but that's not the end of the world.
No, if you can afford a $40,000 car, what's a $1,000 clutch job every couple of weeks? I mean, what the hell's the difference? No,
and that's what she wants.
And kids ought to, more importantly, learn the responsibility of owning a car that doesn't always run. So they know they can't go too far or too fast. I mean, kids ought to drive junk boxes.
Well, that's why we didn't get her a Jaguar.
So you're going to get her a junk box Z3.
Hey, Janet.
Yes.
Want to adopt me?
He'll take a 4-cylinder. He'll take a used one.
I'll take a 4-cylinder Z3.
Oh, my.
I would buy her a bigger car because even with the speed of this car aside, the car is not safe because it's too small. It really is too. I mean, your daughter is going to hate it. Yeah, but semis don't care how little you are. They just care how little the car is. And when they drive over you, they don't even notice. They just a little bump. Oh, what was that? Oh, Z3.
Well, gee,
I know your daughter's going to hate us, but...
Oh, I know.
You know what I would get her? A C70 Volvo.
But is it cute?
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute. It's safer, and even though it's powerful too, it's not ridiculously overpowered. And I think if she's going to crash something, let's as soon see her crash something that has a roof.
I'll tell you, my son recently was 16, and he lobbied.
Let me guess. He's 17 now?
He's 17 now. He lobbied heavy for a car, and I finally bought him a 20-year-old Volvo for $1,000. And very shortly thereafter, within the first 6 months of driving, he had a rather serious accident in which, had he been in a different car, he could have been very seriously injured. And after the accident, he said to his mother and me, "Thank you for forcing me to buy a Volvo, because I probably wouldn't be here if I were driving something else."
If I were driving Dad's dart.
Because as sane as you may think your 16-year-old kid is,
Yes.
she isn't. Trust me, there
Right.
isn't
And
a
if she
16-year-old
drives
kid on the
into a
planet.
tree at 110 miles an hour,
But the speed
seat
limit.
belts and airbags notwithstanding, she will be dead.
But the speed limit in the city is only 35 miles an hour.
But since when does a 16-year-old kid even know or care what the speed limit is? Janet, you got a lot to learn about mothering. We're going to have to talk.
All right.
What have we been doing?
We're going to have to talk for a long time. I'm going to have to.
We would feel better.
I'm going to have to go down to Charlotte.
We would feel better. We would feel better if she were driving a C70 Volvo.
I would certainly feel better.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go look at them.
Go look at it. It's a cool car.
But what do we do with the Z3 that's been on order for 2 months?
You give it to my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Will do.
So which one did you order? The stick shift or the automatic?
That's the option that we can change.
You can,
We had ordered the stick shift.
Well, if you can change that, you can unorder it.
Yeah, you can unorder
They have no dearth of buyers. If you don't buy it, there'll be someone else right behind you that wants it.
My daughter's not going to be real pleased I called
Tough.
Janet, thanks a lot for calling, and I'm
Okay.
sorry that we were so hard on you, but our consciences forced us to do that.
you. Well, it's going to be my daughter who is greatly disappointed.
Oh, boy, is she ever. Tell her to write to me.
I will do.
Bye-bye.
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 I'm emotionally spent. I can't go on.
It's interesting. I mean, we don't know who is ever going to call. And I have been meaning to vent about this Z3 and the M3 for days
Hours
now.
now.
Hours now. And it's unconscionable. And they're not the only ones. In fact, I'm in the process of writing a little rant for
That's why
the website.
it's about time you adhere to my theory that vehicles should only be allowed to go 85 miles an hour. Tops. Every manufacturer has within his capability for $1 to limit the top speed of any car that's made today. Every manufacturer in the world.
Well, I agree with that, except I'm not sure that it will make a big difference.
Oh yeah,
because the trouble, and I was
no,
thinking,
you get in a lot more trouble at 125. You know that Z3 will go 160.
Yeah,
I didn't get it above 140, but it'll go 160.
Yeah, outrageous.
Well, it is outrageous.
There's no reason for
and
that.
you don't think that most of the morons that buy these are at some point or another
going to
take that thing up to 140 or 50 miles an hour?
But most of the people who are going to die in them are going to die at much lower speeds, not because of the speed they're driving at, but because of the acceleration.
Well, you can't limit acceleration. That can be dangerous. But speed, you can.
But what do you mean it's dangerous?
It's dangerous.
What do you mean? Right now, a Saturn does not have the acceleration of an M3. Does that mean it's dangerous to drive a Saturn?
No.
You don't drive like a moron because you know what the car can do.
Acceleration and speed.
We have to control everything. We have to become philosopher kings, I have said this many times before, and we're going to have to stop BMW from selling
the
cars.
problem is it's
in
easier.
This country.
You can limit acceleration with engine size. So we should have a designated horsepower to weight ratio.
Exactly.
There you
We're going to have to do it. We can't trust the manufacturer. The manufacturers will do anything for $1.
Cars have to have a certain horsepower to weight ratio, and that's it.
That's it. We just need to get the states to legislate that you can't register a car with a greater horsepower to weight ratio
than a Saturn.
Than a Saturn. Exactly.
There you go.
Okay, that's it. So we need to talk not only to lawyers, but now to politicians. We might as well just kill ourselves.
Well, it's happened again. You've sublimated another perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk.
Okay.
Our esteemed producer is Doug, the Subway Fugitive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Our associate producer and dean of the College of Automusicology is Ken Two-Car Garages. Our assistant producer is Catherine Imelda Ray Marcos. Our engineer is Dennis the Menace Foley. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor is John S. Bugsy Lawler. Our public opinion pollster is Paul Murky of Murky Research, assisted by statistician Marge Novera. Our customer care representative is Haywood Jabuzoff. Our Boston funeral director is Hadley Newham. Peekaboo Street directs our intensive care unit, which is known as the Peekaboo ICU. Our director of moral support is You the Man, assisted by Hugo Girl. Our sexual harassment counselor is Pat McCann. And our Leo Tolstoy biographer is Warren Peace, author of Leo Tolstoy by Warren Peace. Our chief counsel from the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe is Hugh Lewis Dewey, known to the early Leaf Peepers in Harvard Square as Huey Louie Dewey. Thanks so much for listening. We're Click and Clack, the Tappet Brothers. Don't drive like my brother.
Don't drive like my brother.
We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
And now, here is Car Talk Plaza's entertainment critic, Mr. Vinny Boombox. Vinny?
All right, now listen up. Today I'm recommending a copy of this week's Car Talk show, which is number 39. An hour of high drama punctuated only by apt information.
Apt information?
Hey, apt this, buddy. Now, if you want a cassette of this week's show or any other Car Talk stuff, just call our Shameless Commerce Division at 1-888-CAR-JUNK. That's 888-CAR-JUNK.
Vinny, we have to work on this part of the show, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'd like a little more airtime, you know? Car Talk is a production of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe and WBUR in Boston.
And even though Cokie Roberts is glad she bolted for ABC when she hears us say it, this is NPR, National Public Radio.
Most people have some album, some movie, some book from when they were young that helped shape how they came to see the world. That's no less true for the Code Switch crew.
It's still really touching, and I cried rereading it. So there.
Listen as we revisit some of our old faves on Code Switch from NPR or wherever you get your podcasts.
On this week's Wildcard podcast, comedian Mark Maron reflects on being content-ish.
I can honestly say there's never been a better time in my life, and I'm not even sure this one is that great.
I'm Rachel Martin. Mark Maron's on Wildcard, the show where cards control the conversation.
I'm Jesse Thorne. On Bullseye, we'll talk with the beloved character actor Richard Kind. He'll tell me about the first review he ever got as a performer.
My grandmother used to go, I heard every word. You were the only one I heard, and I used to think volume was great acting.
And yes, we'll talk about his other work too, like the movie Clifford. That's on Bullseye from MaximumFun.org and NPR.